Well, when I talk about Dillon Danis versus Jake Paul, well, that drive-by, I got to say, Jake Paul is a great comedian, and I kinda liked it. I kinda liked it. I mean, it was funny. It was a great way to get some public attention. But now we can discuss the potential fight between Dillon Danis and Jake Paul. Of course, I know that Jake Paul to is slated to, you know, for his next fight, Ben Askren. But I just want to say, all right, Dillon Danis is a submission artist, but I wanted to look at one aspect of boxing that I've noticed. If you have seen Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson via short right hook and short right, well, short rights are his specialty. Against Dillon Danis, if you watched his match against Max Humphreys, then you noticed that Max Humphreys was also attacking with that strike, but Dillon was covering up well. Dillon has good lefts, and good left to cover up. So he's kind of holding odd stance because he's a BJJ guy, which is kind of okay. But from what I've seen, Dillon is also counter dude. He is not pretty much offensive fighter. He is very offensive when it comes to takedowns and such things. But when it comes to boxing, he is also defensive, just like Jake Paul. And also in the match against Anderson Gibb, Jake Paul was fighting very experiencedly, He looked like a very experienced fighter because he was using Anderson Gibb's mistakes. And Nate Robinson was not fighting. He was swimming, man. He was attacking like this. It's easy to defeat a swimmer. Dillon Danis might not be the greatest puncher in the world, and everybody knows that. But he can defend very well. He can hit a shot. He is very good with clinching. And when he clinches up, there's no way Jake Paul is going to throw some short strikes. There's no way. I know Dillon won't be able to drag him to the ground because if he was able to, he'd finish the fight in like 15, 20 seconds. But in the boxing match, I think Dillon would win. I don't know whether Dillon has knockout power or not. That's something I'm unsure of at the moment. But I think Dillon would win. Anyway, I doubt Logan Paul could send him to the canvas. I know that Dillon can defend right hand very well because from this he has this, he has this, he has this block. These blocks are very, very well. I haven't seen big left hooks and big left hand strikes from Logan Paul. So technically looking, I think Dillon would win that fight.